أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إلا تنفروا يعذبكم عذابا أليما ويستبدل قوما غيركم ولا تضروه شيئا والله على كل شيء قدير. Last we had discussed in regards to the Battle of Tabuk that had taken place in the 9th year of Hijri, where Sahaba together with Rasulullah Salallahu Alaihi Wasa had gone out towards Tabuk. The destination also was very, very far and it was very, very hot. Normally Nabi Kareem Salallahu Alaihi Wasa wouldn't mention the destination, that way he is going to. But he will give another destination and then halfway through he will give them the correct destination. Because there were many, many spies that were among Sahaba, there were munafiqeen that were there as well. But on this particular occasion, Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam told them that this is our destination. We are going towards Tabuk. And we mentioned that there were 100,000 that were already prepared and later another 100,000. So 200,000 against the mu'mineen who were just 3,000 in number. It is mentioned that Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala anhu on this occasion, he also and all the Sahaba, they said, Sami'na wa ata'na. Ya Rasulullah, we have heard your command. We are ready to give our lives in the path of Allah. So Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he came with 4,000 dirhams. And he said, these 4,000 dirhams must be used in the path of Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. So on this occasion, Nabi alayhi salam asked him that, "Oh Abu Bakr, tell me that what have you brought and what have you left for your family?" Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala said that, "Ya Rasulullah, that whatever I had and whatever I own, I've now used it in the path of Allah. I've left Allah and His Rasul Salallahu Alaihi Wasa for my family." The ulama of Makkah Sharif, one person told me, the ulama of Makkah Sharif, he said they did research that what was Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala worth at the time when he accepted Islam. They had calculated in today's time, Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala was worth 40 million riyals. And if you have to multiply to bring it to rands, today it's approximately 1 riyal is approximately 4 to 5 rand. If you take it at the rate of 4 rand, it is 160 million rands. And if you take it at the rate of 5, 200 million. So that was what Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala was worth. But every cent of his was spent in the path of Allah, that on this occasion he said, I've got absolutely nothing left. And then Nabi alayhi salam asked Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala that, "Oh Umar, that what have you brought and what have you left for your family?" So Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala said, 50% I have brought, Ya Rasulullah, and now I'm giving it in the path of Allah, and 50% I have left for my family. Hazrat Abdul Rahman, it is on this occasion Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala came to realization that no matter what I will do in my life, I will never reach Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala. What is the position of Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala? Abdul Rahman ibn Auf radiallahu ta'ala, on this occasion on Tabuk, 200 awqiyah of silver he brought and he gave it to Nabi alayhi salam. This is in the path of Allah. Awqiyah is a huge measurement. So this 200 awqiyah of silver he brought and he gave it in the path of Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. Hazrat Uthman radiallahu ta'ala, on the occasion of Tabuk, he brought 300 camels, and one camel, what was the worth? Like today driving a Mercedes Benz, he bought 300 camels fully laden, and he brought 1,000 dinar, 1,000 Kruger coins, and he gave it to Nabi alayhi salam. Nabi alayhi salam took it. He's turning the coin of Hazrat Uthman radiallahu ta'ala, and he is so happy. And he said, "Ma darra Uthman, ma amila ba'da hadha al-yawm." That whatever Uthman radiallahu ta'ala does after this day, it will bring no harm whatsoever to Uthman radiallahu ta'ala. And then Nabi alayhi salam picks up his hands and he makes dua that, "Oh Allah, I am pleased with Uthman. Oh Allah, you also become pleased with Uthman radiallahu ta'ala." It is mentioned Hazrat Asim bin Adi radiallahu ta'ala, he brought 70 wasaq of dates and he gave this in the path of Allah. Wasaq is again a huge measurement of dates. He brought this and 70 wasaq he gave in the path of Allah. And those Sahaba that were poor, those that were earning little bit here and there, whatever they had, they brought and they contributed. The women, they had jewelry. They took off their jewelry and they gave this in the path of Allah. It is mentioned there were those Sahaba that were extremely poor. They didn't have conveyance to go to Tabuk. And Tabuk was very, very far. They came, they said, "Ya Rasulullah, we don't have conveyances. We don't have armor to go and fight in the path of Allah." It is mentioned those that didn't have anything at all and they couldn't go out in the path of Allah, they cried on this occasion. Why? They said that those that will remain behind, those will be considered as the munafiqeen and as the hypocrites. So today, if we can't go out in the path of Allah, this is an indication of our nifaq and our hypocrisy. It is only the mu'mineen that have gone out in the path of Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. While they were traveling to Tabuk, some Sahaba would come, "Ya Rasulullah, certain person has remained behind. He didn't participate in the war." Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam would say, "If there's good in that particular person, then Allah will join him with you. Don't worry about it." And if there's no good in him, then Allah Ta'ala has granted you salvation, Allah has removed him from you. So that is also good, don't worry about it. It is mentioned when Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam was leaving Madinatul Munawwara, he called Hazrat Mohammed bin Maslama radiallahu ta'ala, and he told Hazrat Mohammed bin Maslama radiallahu ta'ala that I appoint you as the ruler of Madinatul Munawwara as long as I am gone out. So whilst I'm out in the path of Allah, you take charge of Madinah Munawwara. And then he called Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala, and he said, Oh Ali, that I appoint you that you look after the family members, the wives of Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, etc., that you take care of all of them. So Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala said, Ya Rasulullah, that you're leaving me behind over here. I'm with the woman, I'm with the children. So Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam said, Oh Ali, aren't you happy that you have such a relationship with me? Like Hazrat Musa alayhi salatu wasalam had with his brother Harun alayhi salam. Musa alayhi salam was also the Nabi of Allah. Harun alayhi salam was also the Nabi of Allah. But Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam said the difference is that after me there is no more Nabi to come. Now the Shias, they take this particular narration, this riwayat, and they use this riwayat and they use this narration to say, see, Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam left Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala in charge of Ahl Bayt. So this is the indication that Nabi alayhi salatu, that Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala was supposed to become the Khalifa after Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, and not Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. So we say, no, this is totally incorrect. How do you come to this conclusion? Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam told Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala that you take care of my family members, because he was the son-in-law of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Secondly, he was the most amanatdar and the most deendar person, the person that would have the most amount of trustworthiness, that had the most amount of deen in his life, to take care of the family of Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. Yes, for that Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam appointed him that you take care of my family. This got nothing to do with the khilafaat whatsoever after the demise of Rasulullah Salallahu Alaihi Wasa. We'll continue from this point, inshallah.